this question has been asked about 2 times for my Q&A, and once from a guy on Instagram towards me. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Not that I can't remember, I should say. I can remember it, I can't pronounce it. It's like Arishura, I don't know. Look, I'll put your name like here at the bottom somewhere. And the other 1 or 2 people who commented, I'll stick their name here. Because this question was asked so much, I said I'm going to do a whole video about it, and I'll leave it out in the Q&A. And FYI, the Q&A will be soonish actually. I'm not sure on a date. I'm hoping for over the next week or so I'll get things ready, because I think all the questions are starting to come to an end. But the main question I was asked by these 2 or 3 people is, how do you convince your parents to get a bike? And then it's, how did I convince my parents? So sorry, how did I? Basically, I didn't have to convince my parents. You know, when I started riding, I was 19. I had my own job and I was in college. And my parents are separated. They have been since I was 5. So my dad has been driving bikes for years. You've seen a video of him having his little tip. That was nice. My mum, back in the day, my mum drove bikes, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me because it is so fucking windy. Really, really windy. But my mum drove bikes years ago, so they couldn't really say no. So for me to convince my parents, it wasn't really much. My mum was a bit hesitant, as you do, but my dad was more so, because my dad comes from bikes and he didn't really want me getting a bike. You know, he wasn't saying no, but he was just letting me know how dangerous they are. If I do get one, I just have to be careful, blah blah blah. But my dad is proud of the way I got my bike license and how I've done my bike and blah 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 blah. So what I done, okay, the best thing I done is I said it to my mum, I said it to my dad, and as parents, regardless of who your parents are, every parent, once you say I'm going to get a bike, they're going to be a little hesitant. It's human nature. Just think of when your kids get bikes. I can't wait for any of my kids to get bikes, but I know when the day they turn around and say I want to get a bike, I'm going to be like, fuck. It's human nature, okay? So if your parents are saying no, don't be getting pissed off at them. The reason they're saying no is, 1, because they care for your well-being, and 2, because I'm going to guess you're of that age, you know, 16 to 18, I'll give, maybe 15 in some states in America, but generally around 16 to 18, 16 to 20 is when people are kind of starting to look at bikes if they're really into bikes. 16 is the legal age in Ireland to drive a moped, so that's when they'll start to be like, oh, I'll get a moped for a year, blah blah blah. Anyway, that's a different video. I've got opinions on that. So the way I done it is I just told my parents, I said, look, I'm getting a bike, I'm doing about this the correct way. I arrived up at the house one day with my gear and no bike, and I had full gear, and I go, Mom, look, I got all my gear before I got my bike, I'm doing this properly, I've booked my lessons, done my license, I'm going to do my lessons so I know how to drive a bike, and then I'm going to get a bike. And to that, my mom couldn't say no. You know, like, I bought all the gear, I spent a few €100 on gear. I spent the guts of €500-600 on lessons, because I wanted to be able to drive a bike good, and I wanted to be able to drive a bike first off. That's how I went about doing it. Bought the gear, done the lessons, bought the bike. I didn't buy the bike, buy the gear, do the lessons. So, for how you can convince your parents, well, that's like telling you what helmet you should get. Each to their own. Everybody's different. Everyone's parents will be different. They'll all have different views and opinions on bikes. Majority of parents don't like bikes. I don't know why, because they're idiots. Parents who aren't bikers don't like bikes. That's an unfortunate way about it. You know how you can convince your parents it's a different kettle of fish. I'd say to your parents, obviously if you're of a younger age, your parents are not going to want you to get a bike. You know, if you have a full-time job and you can support and may as well let him go. If you have a full-time job and you can afford to run a bike yourself, if you can afford to buy the gear, buy the bike, insure it, put petrol in it and maintain it, honestly, there's nothing your parents can say. If they don't have to help out, well then it's your bike, they can't say anything. But if you're relying on them to pay for insurance or pay for the bike or something along those lines, they're going to say no. Because now it's in their control. They can stop you from getting a bike in the snap of a finger. And they're going to do that. And they're not going to do it to be mean so you can turn around and say, I hate you. It's because they're going to be like, nah, fuck this. You know, when he's old enough, he'll get a car. That's the way they're going to think. I want my baby to be safe, warm and dry. But the best advice I can give is say to your parents and say, look, I'm not going about it the stupid way. I'm getting my gear, I'm booking all the lessons and the tests I need, and then I'm buying a bike. I'm not going to buy a bike and do it all arseways. You know, show them that you're actually going to do this properly. For most people, they do the lessons and they don't care what the man the lesson said. They just get their license and they drive, and it's fine. That's the best advice I can give. You know, show them that you're mature enough to do this, and that you really want to get a bike, and that you don't need to rely on them to pay for it. I hope this answers your question, and I hope it helps all of you that actually asked it to me, or anyone that's kind of in the same scenario that didn't ask. So yeah, go over to my Facebook, like it, go to my Instagram, follow me. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe already. Like the video, comment, do all that good shit, and I'll talk to you on the next video.